What happened, how it happened, with whom it happened, what did you do about it, what had happened, and everything else that happened, and all of that good shit. We're listening.
Well, my cousin actually started mine from looking at your videos.
Good shit out.
Yes,
and I my shit. She minded all about my business.
And then I was like, okay, well, he seemed kind of busy since I saw you traveling and stuff. So I was like, I'm probably never
I seen
gonna.
busy.
Yes. And so that's when I was starting to look up Dallas lactations, and I just didn't like. I don't know. At the end, their clients' hair seemed dry, or they had the boobs just starting out. So I just left it alone because when I saw another video of you using your comb to retwist out the new hair so it can flow, and I was like, I'm gonna just have to get in with him whenever I can.
Okay. Now, tell me the process. What products was used? I want to hold that whole nine.
Before my first wash, I didn't get to get that design essential, so that was using just Mazzani hair shampoo and the conditioner.
Mazzani?
And then we just retwisted kind of like the edges so it can still kind of look neat with this, because I saw that.
Tight hold.
And then I also got the Carol Sheen and the green one of your product.
Now I can tell you this: the tight hold, you were using that a bit too early. The tight hold don't come into play until your hair is a little more mature. I use that to hold like heavier locks, like the lady that was in the chair before you, with the longer hair, the one you can tell she's been locked for a while. That's when I use that.
My locks, I don't necessarily just focus on the hold. I focus on first the maturity of the hair, making sure the hair has integrity, it has strength, it has body, has every level of nutrients and health that I need with starting this locks and getting it going forward. So I'm not really focused on the hold. So I'm not using my tight hold in the very beginning of my process. I use a very soft liquid. Once the lock matures down the line, give it maybe 6 to 9 months, sometimes up to a year, depending on the growth pattern of the hair. That's when I start to associate tight hold, just to make sure that the weight of the hair is held tightly and in a good form that the lock will get used to. You don't want to manage difficult hair. So I'm not just snatching this in or throwing something in there so that the hair can hold and be together. I actually want this hair to understand and be trained and have a good focus on what's happening. So understand that the tight hold comes at the end of the process. Once that hair is mature, it's like that final graduation for you. So when you start getting tight hold and palm roll, you won. You locked up, game is over, you in this thing. If you got to keep using combs and other stuff to manipulate this,
you just use the lock and curl. That could be why you have pregnant locks. She told me about your pregnancy. I'm happy to hear that. When do you do? When the kids do? They're coming out very soon. Okay, but only thing that needs to be done, because your hair is longer, we need to palm roll it.
Alright.
This right here is where your hair has locked at. That's not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. With palm roll, let me show you one now. Let me drink some of my spirit here. Did she say something about her mama? Is that what you said, Karen? Girl, you better stop and eat. Okay, I'm doing one in the front so you can see. You see how it gets thicker here at the bottom? One, your hair was in a different place. You didn't have a lot of shaded hair like you do right here. Now that you have that shaded hair, it's going to get bigger. So now if I just twist this piece, or if I just twist this bottom part, you still have that fat piece in the middle. When you palm roll it, all of it goes together.
See, and that's what I need with them Dallas lactations. All they new stuff.
That's exactly all that bullshit they be on. It ain't just Dallas, boo. It ain't.
And I was like, no, because they, seeing some Instagrams, you like, oh, I just got it retwisted after mine just been up 2 months, and I'm like, that don't look cute to me.
No, it's in a good place. It's just they have to know how to retwist it, and they have to know to use the right products. You're in a place now where you cannot and you do not need heavy stuff like this. That will start you with a buildup from day one. When you see people that have those dull, ashy, white-looking locks, like they need to put lotion in their hair or something.
A lot of you stylists sit y'all black ass at home and make up stuff and come up with all of these different processes that are saturating these locks, making these locks unhealthy, making this hair a place of disgust. Like some of your clients are not even happy with their outcome, and you have to manipulate their minds to tell them, oh, going forward this is going to change. Fuck all of that. I'm so sorry, excuse my vernacular, but screw that shit. Like, that's not cutting it. These people do not understand their locking process because you're not giving them education and room to understand. Saturating this hair and putting a whole bunch of product in it, whether it's locked up or it's loose, is not something anybody ever does or walks outside with. So why are you doing it in this form? You feel like it's going to hold better, that super glue factor? So understand what your hair does. Understand what your hair is. And the process that you need to intake going forward to make this happen. Throwing stuff in this child's hair is not gonna get it. Her shit already fine. She look like she one step from a baby's ass, and you still want to put all of this in her head? That's not gonna cut it. That's not gonna be it at all. So now she's ignorant to whatever's going on in her life, and she's been in this too long now. This does not make any sense whatsoever.
So you gotta watch those things. A lot of people they really aren't paying attention to that. So I keep it light, I keep it moisturized, all of that stuff you just got from the conditioner, the shampoo, and all that. Now I'm a comb the back. See, my combing is different. You're gonna feel me combing more than one place. I watch where my lock is and what's going on. I see where the bud is, because on each lock the bud is not in the same place. So I comb the hair to the bud first, then after the bud, and on top of the bud. That's why the locking is going on. Are you crying? I just see water falling.
No.
It's like she's emotional. She's getting her hair done.
I should be though.
But now when I do, I'm gonna use just a little bit. I'm not gonna use a whole plethora of shit, so you barely will even see where I'm putting it. And palm rolling it, laying it down, clipping it closer to the bottom of the lock. Do not ever let nobody clip your hair to the root. That is not gonna do anything for what's gonna happen. Everything from where it needs to be at the bottom. The bottom is just gonna be unmanaged, taken care of, and it's gonna look like it's about to have 18 kids. That's why I call it pregnant locks.
I don't see how some of y'all do this to yourselves. I'm due tomorrow. They're gonna induce me, and I look like some of y'all dreadlocks. I'm just straight and narrow everywhere else, but got this big nasty ass lump sitting all up in my body and in your head. You know where this come from? Fornication. Your locks done fornicated, moved around, and did a whole bunch of other stuff, and you left it sitting there, and then you came right back later on, did a retwist, and did not clip in that certain area. You just left that baby to form. Now you got this big head ass monster inside of you, and you don't know what to do with it. I know what to do with it. Push that shit out, purge all of that, massage that lock, bring it together, and make it tight and whole again. Your hair is gonna blow up and do a whole bunch of other stuff when it's unmanaged. So when your locks start looking like me, and you're in your 14th trimester with 92 kids inside of you like a rat and a roach, maybe you'll think about that and you will tone that down. Because that lock does not look healthy when it has that big bulge in the side of it. That comes from not taking care of your locks in a healthy regimen and a healthy time frame as well. Okay? Now I'm sick. Let me go throw it the fuck up. I'll be back.
It ain't gonna do nothing but look a mess.
I'm only gonna be trying to make it to you, so it shouldn't be looking.
Well, I understand that, but you know, I don't live here. So if anything ever happens, you can make sure that when whoever you go to, that you know what's going on, and you can tell her, I will elbow the shit out of you if you don't do my hair right. And I'm with you on that. And then you call me and put me on speakerphone, and as soon as I see your number come across, I'm gonna say, where the bitch at? I ain't gonna even say hello. I know what you calling me for. I know.
So when is it good to use the carrot oil?
Twice a week.
Okay, because I have that.
Twice a week. Again, do you see how much that is? Nothing. That's going on this whole section. So that bitch take that whole cup, you put it in your hair, you take that empty cup and you whoop her ass with it as soon as you finish, because that's too much. That's too much. Like, you do not need that. Maybe from the back of it, they look like holiday. Your hair looks good. What size locks are you going for?
Kind of like not the huge one, but kind of thinnish, thicker, if that makes sense.
Not the huge ones, but kind of thinnish.
Let's see, I think I got them.
I can't dance? No. Too bad.
See, her locks are fine.
Oh, okay. A nice thick full. Ooh. Well, I gotta break some of these down then.
Yeah.
That's cool. Because if you want full, your hair thin. We're gonna break some of these in half. Your hair is this thin. Saying you got a little head too. Yeah, we're gonna need to make just a little bit more with some of them. Some of them are fine, but then you got like, this one is, that part is that big, right? You see, that's just that small. And then the one that's next to it, that bastard is that big.
How in the hell did you get a lock the size of Jesus' toenail on this side of the head, and then you get a lock on this side of the head that look like the globe of America and the world and everything that go on in ancient fucking Egypt? How did that happen? I thought we wanted full, congruent, healthy hair. You put this little bitty lock right here and then came with your comb and made this big ass scoop. Like, there is no integrity in that. There is none, but you say professionalism. You want to go to your job looking neat or whatever. You're going to go to your job with a homeless head, letting some of these folks putting some small, thin, paper clip looking locks on this side, coming over here putting another huge lock on that side, going to the top putting something small, and then going around the perimeter of your head, making them all look full. That does not work. When that hair grow out, those locks are going to expand to the size of that part that you put there. That's why I call it part to lock ratio. Those things have to have a balance. Some people want their locks like that. Other people do not. I don't think that it's necessarily fair that a person has to wait down the line to figure out that this is what you've done to them. That's morally insane.
I mean, and I understand cousin did it. I'm sure your cousin wear glasses and shit. Huh? That cousin did it? Oh, bitch, when we wear glasses, child. You know how it go when we wear glasses. I take mine off, I can't hear. You could just call it to Jesus. Don't call my name. Don't say nothing to me, because when my glasses not on now. Your cousin wear glasses for real? No?
I'm probably the blindest one in the family.
You are?
Yeah, so I keep my contacts in.
She could have, that's not right. She did a good job there. She did a good job. And she started this with the Talia YG?
Oh no, she just did that from, I washed it, she conditioned it, and we just going off of wet.
She conditioned it too?
Yeah.
You gonna make my day? Yes. Can't you tell me something I can't breathe? Oh, I'm goofy. I don't give a shit either. So what product did you use to retwist it with though?
The first retwist just a while ago, because my mom was like, okay, he's getting too nappy, and I was like, well, he ain't came yet. So
what product?
Oh, just the Mazzani.
Oh, just
Mazzani,
that stuff.
yeah, Mazzani shampoo and conditioner, and then I just hit it with that on something close to the edges, and then I sprayed and just wrapped.
Ah, understood now. How long did it take her to do? 13 minutes?
About an hour or two. Because we had a little comb, but I don't know, because it was just so cheap. It wasn't.
Breaking.
Yeah, it was kind of, the little teeth were going apart.
You was disrespecting a damn comb.
So she actually went into a little beauty shop by her, and she saw one of them twist combs.
Oh, I hate that thing. You ever used that before? That comb on a stick? It don't do nothing for me. I can't. How would you do? Twirl the comb like that? Well, whatever.
As I was explaining to you before, palm roller is very, very important. So what we have done here is we just continue to palm roll her hair, understanding the balance in her hair, that her hair is fine, her hair is dry, her hair has become a slight bit of brittle, being that the products that she's been using has not offered her moisturization or levels of longevity through versatility. So I palm rolled it using my products, doing it my way, just to make sure that her outcome, releasing the pregnant locks and the bulges and all the other things that can add up to homeless hair, is out of the equation. So I took my time making sure that I manipulated this hair correctly, without breakage, without harming this hair, and educating her as well, so that she's extremely knowledgeable of what could happen, the possibilities, the whole nine. Also, you see here that even with palm rolling, yes, the hair does look like I've taken it down to a very fine factor, but the level of reversion is still into place. When you're interlocking, the hair is stuck there, but when you do a palm roll, the hair is not on the same roll. That hair can also come back and look just as normal as it was before. So twisting it and allowing it in that month's time, 3 to 4 weeks, to come back to a level of reversion, let your curl patterns relax and bounce back to that place where they were with elasticity, you're actually winning in that case, so that the hair can now get used to the position of being in locks. It can get used to commitment of being twisted and everything that's going to go along with this whole phase of hairstyling.
Alright, Ms. Adams, where are you from? Brooklyn?
Yes, Brooklyn, New York.
Alright. Tell me what's been going on with this head of yours?
I just want to make sure they a good size, a healthy size. Not too thin.
Put that away from the philosophy bag. You want to make sure they what, baby?
They're healthy.
They're healthy?
And yeah, a good size.
Okay. Oh, you have your palm rolls before?
That's how she always does it, I believe.
That's what she always did? Yeah. What she use?
A comb. And
no, what products?
I don't even know the name of it. It's some stuff that she brought. It's a gel, sort of like a gel.
Oh, I'm scared.
Yeah.
So, you have any concerns?
No.
No? No. Just want to help them
make sure, exactly. I don't want to wait till they're too long and then it's like, okay, they damaged.
Okay.
Gotta start all over.
And then you be looking like Thin City?
Yeah.
Pop Snapple. Nickname for you, call you Rice Krispie Scalp.
I don't want that.
We're not gonna have that around here. How long you been doing this?
It's been a year.
This is you must start with nothing.
Yeah, it was real short.
Okay. You should have more than for a year. But it's all good.
Yeah, I started doing really short.
And babies?
Yeah, because I had to cut off all the perm hair.
How much relaxer did you have?
It wasn't that long.
And you just let it go for bald head?
Well, I was wearing a wig over on top of it.
It was like not actually.
I know I look good. I cut off all my relaxed ends, baby. My hair was in my ass and I still feel fine. I had a freedom cut. My hair is free from slavery. It is free from all of that shit to be putting in there. I had fried some eggs in it this morning. I had made a taco salad last night since I wanted to condition it with some avocado. And I think for lunch, we're going to have a mayonnaise sandwich since mayonnaise is supposed to give y'all some moisturization. But I let that chemical go. I sure did. And I started my locks and they look damn good. And I did a shampoo. It came out a little bit. But I didn't want to put that chemicalized shit in my head to get no locks started. And I know y'all loving my hair, baby. Because I'm a sexy bitch.
No, I still look like a girl.
Yeah.
No, we're not going from Sherry to Malcolm.
Exactly.
No.
So I just stopped wearing the wig about 2 months ago.
Why you bringing wigs? I want to say it. You know, I put some wigs. I feel beautiful.
I know that's right.
So, other than a goal of healthy long hair, what else would you like to attain with this situation?
Fullness.
Fullness? Okay. What size lock were you going for?
I said small, one of them small.
You want small?
Yeah.
You like small, medium?
Okay.
You know, they're more to the small side than they are lower. Your parts are pretty, can be pretty big. But that's just my preference. When somebody say small, I give you small.
Okay.
You be having a head full of them damn things.
And it seemed like the front is smaller than the back.
That's possible. It's possible because then you have to understand that some people know how to part your hair ratio and make it consistent. And then you get those that get lazy.
Okay.
Or you get those that used to do a freestyle break, so your perimeter is small, your inside is big.
Okay.
You know, it's just different things that go on. It's just the person that you're dealing with.
I feel like any woman, man, child, dog, idiot, fool, mental retarded, schizophrenic person, somebody on Alzheimer's, or whatever the case may be, when they start their locks, they all want their locks to be even. They all want them about the same size. You do get those that want freeform. You do get those that want a little other, you know, variantageous type of hairstyling or whatever. But for the most part, the average sane individual wants all their locks to be about the same size. If they ask you for some different type of shit, then yes, will you give it to them. But for the, just using your brain, Jesus Christ, Lord, help me. I don't even understand how the hell y'all get to this process in the end of this. You just gonna make a nickel over here, a dime over here, a dollar over here. Like, that doesn't make sense. Where is the balance? Help me understand that. Please help me find the balance in this.
Make sure that they're all the same size. You know what I mean?
So far, they all about the same size.
Okay.
They all congruent. That's for darn sure. I'm gonna start, you know, threatening people and shit. You know, I got problems. I'm like, where she at? I don't give a damn. We need to go to her place right now. And we're gonna have a little talk with her. I swear to God, just a little talk. Nobody got time for this shit. You got Finding Nemo size like on one side, and a big ass whale on the other side. She wanna tell you, girl, it's gonna be okay, they just gonna average out. Bitch, you're not gonna put that lock on lap band or nothing. So what you mean it's gonna average out? It's gonna be big all the way to the end. What's wrong with these people? Anyway. It looks good, it feels good.
Okay.
How'd that conditioner feel?
Excellent.
You often get conditioner?
No.
So how was it?
I got one, maybe like 3 months ago.
Your hair was hard. Was it hard when you first came in?
It's not dry. But she said, yeah.
What'd she say?
She said, it's shampoo, girl. She said it wasn't that dry. It was pretty good.
You know, the process, I've heard many stylists and many vloggers and YouTubers and whatever you want to call yourself, they say don't condition your hair. And I see why they say don't condition your hair. I really do. I see what they're going for, and I see where their minds are focused. Their minds are focused, excuse me, just on this side of keeping that hair together, and they know that conditioner is going to make that hair soft and pliable, so the hair has the possibility of expanding. I understand that. That's the same reason why I say you need to condition, so that hair can be more pliable, the hair can be more understood, the hair can be more healthy. That hair, just like when you joined that basketball team in middle school and you thought your little fat ass was finna run up and down that court and jump up and throw these free throws and 3-point shots and all the other kind of stuff. Boo, so sorry, you could not do it. So what you had to do was condition your body and your mind to be able to run up and down this court, whether you was 400, 300, or 200 pounds, and you had to make it work by building up muscle in the body, getting stamina in certain places. Same thing you got to do with your hair. Your hair is not built to hold on to weight as such. It is not built to hold on to shedded hair. So because you doing these things, you have to condition the hair to stay into this mind frame and this mindset of going forward. So if that is not your process, then once your hair gets into this, it's not going to understand what's happening. Especially when your hair is already known that when it sheds and builds up to that factor with the shedded dead hair, it is ready to fall off because the hair feels harmed. So if you're not conditioning over here, then when Johnny little fat ass get on the basketball team and they push his big ass down, don't you get mad at nobody that Johnny couldn't even do what he was supposed to do. Sit Johnny ass on the goddamn bench and tell Johnny to go eat 5 more Twinkies because he was not conditioned.
Oh, I'm gonna hit her so hard. Jesus.
I'm oiling. I put oil in like every day.
You don't need to every day. They're gonna build that too.
Okay, that's what she's telling me.
Yeah, you wanna go twice a week. Not too much,
Okay.
but not too less either, because you have hair that, you know, this style is holding on to shedded dead hair. That dead hair absorbs oil, so if you just spraying that oil on top of that, it's gonna suck all that up and your hair got nothing. Because it went to that dead hair that has nothing. And then eventually that dead hair is going to start sucking the life out of the hair that you have too. So then that's going to make it get even worse. So that's why I do certain balances. Just to keep it going, you know, give that dead hair a little something, but give that live hair more.
Okay.
Because that dead hair is selfish, a little bastard. They're trying to pull everything from your good hair. And that ain't cool.
So what happens when you dye the tips of your locks? Like that dye is always going to be in that hair?
Well, pretty much, but you know, with the good conditioner and certain things, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Conditioners reseal the enamel beds of your hair.
Okay.
It helps with those little derivatives that you have in those little slopes that you see sometimes they say breakage in the Pantene Pro V commercials and all that.
Yeah.
That conditioner gets in and reseal that hole. It helps the hair just revitalize itself.
Okay.
Because hair is it's a life of its own. It'll do some things on you. You're like, how in the fuck? I don't even know what happened. It just did it.
Your hair, my hair, everybody's hair, it has a purpose. Today, my hair's purpose is to show y'all that these bangs are on fleek, baby. I wanted y'all to see how healthy this fro looks when it's put together the right way. Your hair has a purpose of doing the same thing. It's going to protect your body from certain bacteria, funguses, and different things getting into the follicles and the vulnerable levels of your body. So, before you even learned about hairstyling and all of this other type of risky measures that you take with your hair, you have to understand that the hair is your protector. That's why you have it in certain places. After that, once the hair begins to shed out, it's keeping a balance. Just like AIDS is doing to America, we keeping a balance in here. We letting some of them go, and we keeping some of the ones that we need. Sharing the wisdom between hair integrity and the way the body flows. Now, once that hair falls out, normally it will come out, be on your bathroom floor, your bathroom sink, or everywhere else. But we're keeping this hair in the head by causing what we call locking. Now, with that hair that's in there, a number of things are happening. In this process, you're losing moisturization because that dead hair is killing the game. So you're going to have to put that back. Conditioner. Also at the same time, this heaviness that's coming along with it, because some of y'all necks be crooked down and can't even goddamn go forward because your hair's so thick and heavy and long now, which is a good problem. But that's another thing that the hair is not used to doing. So we got to meet that situation on another level. Take your hair to the gym. It's so many things we have to do with understanding the purpose and the process of our hair that are going to give us a successful, beneficial factor. Right now, a lot of us are not winning. This game is kicking our ass, and we are losing our edges. We're losing the crowns of our hair. We're losing the length of our hair. We're losing the natural color in our hair. We're just losing ourselves and our confidence as a whole. So understand your hair purpose. Understand the reason why you have this and how it can enhance you and your identity and your integrity. And at the same time, it can take a whole lot of weight.
You know, ultimately, it feels good. It looks good. You don't have a bunch of freaking locks of nothing in here. So you winning, baby.
Thank God.
Any other concerns?
No, the top feels thin.
Huh?
The top.
It feels thin?
Yeah.
Why?
So
Oh, it is a
that's
little thin. You be stressed.
I try not to.
When your birthday?
On Sunday, next Sunday.
What day is it?
4th.
October 4th? You don't stress, but you think too much.
Definitely.
You're a dreamer. But see, your dreams are the way that you control your situations. And that helps you. So I can't stop that. Don't stop. Think on, baby. Just don't be a pessimist. Think always positive. Think on. I think that's wonderful. Stay in the clouds, hell.
Yeah.
Your nickname gonna be 36,000 feet. Yeah, stay up there. Ooh, that's so good. I'm so proud of you. You balance yourself out and everything.
Try to.
Look, clean my house.
Sure.
Make your house is clean as hell.
I can't
Just
say
a picture of health. Come here, like, bitch, can I sit down? You're like, no. That is awesome. Oh, have you done anything at home in regards to your hair?
At home?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay. Last question. Do you like your hair?
I'm starting to now.
You're starting to?
Yeah.
What happened before?
As far as when I first started the box, it was just looking crazy. And I guess
Really?
that's what they call the ugly stage.
Yeah. You go through that stage because your hair trying to revert back to where it was.
And it was frizzy and
Yeah.
I felt like it wasn't even looking like locks. It just looked like a mess.
And then here came Jesus. And all of a sudden the locks came real. Oh, the Resurrection Sunday. Oh, Lord. And now you can't stop the growth.
Exactly.
You wait till this condition start getting to that scalp and the dermis and everything, baby. Oh, it's gonna really
Can't
start
wait.
flourishing then. Oh, cause see, you been at a year. Mordecai.
Yeah.
How long you been locked?
1 year, 1 month.
Oh wow. And you started short?
I started him with nothing.
Yeah, we're gonna see what you do with you. 'Cause I'll be
His
back.
name was Hema. That's how much hair he did not have.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he was right there. I'm just going hard. You said it right there. And I was telling her that you have been locked a year. She's been locked a year. But you just have just a little bit more. But, and that's, you know, just because of the process. And they told her not to condition and stuff. They lady told her all kind of stuff. Just wanted her to walk around with funky breath. Literally, ooh.
Sure, I just finally made it with this.
There you go.
Oh,
That's the first time. At Chevron.
Yep.
You look fat right now.
I was. Remember I put on some weight at that point.
You did. Your cheeks like you had cornbread in it.
I didn't realize it got that bad. I was like, oh no.
It's alright. Let Jesus be a treadmill in the middle of the gym, huh? That's alright. So yeah, you gonna be alright. We gonna roll this on
Yeah.
now. oh, this all night. And as soon as you go, I want you to go to her salon and say, can I use the bathroom?
She gonna be mad.
And just walk through it and just swing on that. Just, bah, bah. Just tear it down. Make your neck hurt. I don't want her to be mad. I just want her to grow. I want her to understand that there are other things out there than the one thing that you're stuck on, you know? Advance the opportunity to help somebody else and give them everything that they need.
Right.
Versus just worrying about your pocketbook with your ugly bad bill self. Nobody worry about your murder. The light bill dude gonna pay it on your own. The prostitute dude, you can do it too.
I know that's right.
Eventually I want to slip your ends, but not right now. I don't want to start cutting into nothing yet.
Okay.
Nothing. I do not start doing a trim until maybe month 6 sometimes, but
Okay.
even on a year, I still don't want to put it in yet.
Okay.
I feel like you're still in a vital part of your locking process to where your locks are still maturing and getting used to being locked up. So with that, I'm gonna leave her alone, let her get a little more familiar with what's happening in the process here. You see, I'm not twisting too tight to where I'm pulling the bases on the scalp. And just let it come around. Then once it comes around and I see that it's time, then we can start cutting. But anytime before that, I'm not.
And why does the ends get so thin?
Thin?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's just some of that's like shedded hair trying to come out.
Okay.
So that's what happens. And that's why I say some of them I'm just gonna trim off. But that's just dead hair.
Okay.
It's not killing nobody, it's not doing anything. And it's not gonna make or break your lock. Now, I have people that want to keep them. If you want to keep them, you can. But ultimately, you can just knock them off by cutting them diagonally.
Okay.
Just cutting it flat, it's gonna make like a just flat base, flat groove into your lock. And that can start breaking and more of it can come out.
Okay.
So if I cut it diagonally, the hair can wrap back around.
Okay.
And it can seal itself.
Okay. So in 6 months you said?
No, I mean after 6 months of locking, you've been a year.
Oh, okay.
So if I would have started them probably, because I can't guarantee you, I ain't that damn good. I'm alright, but I ain't that good. So I can maybe guarantee that they would have been sealed at the end, maybe not. Because I have a client that used to, it took her a whole year to lock. Well, that's because she has that really, really straight hair.
Okay.
And I mean like straight, but I was diligent. I told her, bitch, you might as well put me on speed dial. Because, hey, that's just the relationship we're gonna have right now. And we did it though, even with coloring, shampooing, straight, loose, curly hair, we made it happen. And now she's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Even her mom wasn't on board. I mean, she looked like, I couldn't lie, she made me change my mind. I had put on this on Facebook one time, I said I wanted to start my locks over again. So I said, let me do them. And I started here, I'm like, never mind, fade. I'm not gonna go through this right now. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about me. You see Damian here?